Okay, it is January 14th, 2025. 4 more days until the Superman. So, just because of any potential stress, I'm gonna do like a more of a volume thing. I'm not gonna do, probably gonna cut this down in half, or maybe in by a third. Maybe I'll do 60 instead of 80 for a top weight, and then kind of I'll probably still do the same format for dips, but just for any wrist work, I'm not going to go super heavy, just to go in case I don't recover or something, or still have any. I don't want to be sore, I guess. And I want to have a peak adrenaline. I don't want to burn it all in 80 pounds. So that's pretty much the move. Nothing too crazy today. I think if anyone's watching and anyone's in the area, just go to the Nova Scotia Arm Wrestling Facebook page or the Nova Scotia Arm Wrestling Association website, and they have the dates and address and whatever. So if you see my videos or whatever, and want to come cheer for me, you can go right ahead. But anyways, still have a little wrist tweak still, but it's actually almost gone. A little sore, but after doing this, it's gotten a little bit better after doing all this stuff. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. I just forgot. Damn, where's that? I have a stick lying around. I wanted to get as close to arm wrestling without actually arm wrestling. And I wanted, there's one right there, but where's that stick lying around? I said I didn't need it. But the way I'm training, I have when you're on the table, you're not going to have a closed fist. That should be pretty obvious. Anyone who's ever arm wrestled. You're arm wrestling against another guy, so it's going to have a fattier grip. So, I guess I'll just use this. I wanted to kind of just experiment with, what if you just held onto something, not have it, something like that. Like, you're not actually wrapping like around like that. I just want it so, because, grip's not the goal in arm wrestling, allegedly. So, just, and it's hard to, I guess you could train with an open grip, but you're going to be clamping down on the guy. That's not your objective or anything, but it's going to be there, and that feels pretty good. It's almost like you're just holding a fat grip, anyone who's ever used those. But that feels pretty good, actually. I wish I'd have the one I did have, but I guess some form of spirit entity stole it on me, and they're not going to give it back. So that's pretty kind of them. I don't know. I don't use it. I didn't touch it. Who cares? Yeah. Ooh, I can feel that actually in my arm. So, must be onto something. I did 80. I think I'm just gonna stick to 40 and call it a day. But I might do, how many sets? 2? 1? I don't know. Actually, it's probably better because it's curved. It's ergonomic. Call it that. Hold that. That is right. Oh my god, oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind, I have that right there. I forgot. How about do this? Because I want to use this one because it's straight. I'm an idiot. That's the equivalent of Homer not finding the remote, and then like it's in his pocket or something the whole time. So his ends ass crack. But yeah, that's a little bit better. That's so funny. And that actually has a different feel, especially like down here. Where's else? No, I kind of just feel it in my pronator maybe. But definitely meatier. Way meatier in the hand. So, should be pretty close to whatever wrestling. I think Tommy Wiseau in the room, and he's like coming out of that roof scene, and he chucks the bottle on the ground, and apparently he needed the water bottle in order to do the whole scene properly. So maybe he was onto something. I might be able to get that. That's actually way better. I think you can actually, not that the 80 pounds I had wasn't doing its own thing for stimulus, but it felt like you could go, like keep increasing the weight, and all of a sudden you'd hit a rock wall, and it wouldn't, no matter what you did, it didn't really do anything. That's sort of why I'm not really doing snatches anymore, because I'm not sure if it would take too long to build muscle, but I tend to gas myself out pretty badly if I try to chase the big numbers. So anyways, that feels pretty good. I like that. I'm gonna take a quick pause here and just give me a minute. Okay, set 2. Just gonna do as many reps as I feel comfortable with. That's kind of how I'm going for it. Pretty good. Note to self, you almost want to rest your tricep on your rib cage, because that's what you're going to do. That goes into my technique on the table. You know, with the super, it's just a chest contraction. That's all it is. Like, I'm trying to combine as many muscle groups as possible. And you know, what you have if you are outside like this and you try to duck into a king's move or an open top row or whatever, all you got is your posterior deltoid. Like, that's the only muscle you're really contracting, which is smaller than if you were to have your chest muscle engaged. So engage your chest muscle, and when you dip down, you can feel, like, if you're floating up here versus in here, you can produce so much more force up here because it's not loose in your joint, it's contracted and solid. But I kind of forget sometimes. And then you just go pop. And the whole reason I'm doing the pop forward is because you have so much more muscle along I don't even know, just the inside of your arm, than if you're to just strictly train pronation. It's just a smaller muscle, and it's not gonna train bigger muscles, I guess. And when you do it, the smaller muscles will still get engagement, which is what's happening. Left hand. Oh. All right, I think that's done. Feel pretty healthy. Take a quick break and then just move on to dips next. Okay. Same old. Hyper extended dips. with an explosive takeoff. Oh, get the back cracked out. Oh. Pro tip, wear steel toe boots. It's added weight. Do a few sort of warm-up reps. Don't blow up my chest or my shoulders even. All right. All right. Do one more set of that, and then call it a workout. The whole reason I'm doing these sort of explosive things at the bottom, because it actually does pertain to arm wrestling in general. So, because arm wrestling it's basically sumo wrestling in miniature, in that it's like turbo explosive. Like, if you can't handle an explosive start, then your muscles are just going to get blown apart, which actually kind of happened to me in 2023 at the last Superman I was at. I think the very first match I had, I think it was doing left arm. It was a ready go, and it was hilarious because I was doing left arm, and all of a sudden my right chest muscle just went doink, and I had rest of the night I had a muscle twinge afterwards. So now I got to do explosive chest work if I'm gonna come away from this a bit unscathed, which is wishful thinking, but at least got to train for it. Alright. Workout concluded. Bedtime. Anyways, catch y'all at the Superman or whatever.